Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Unfiltered and Unapologetic podcast, where we speak from the soul, drop what's heavy, and keep it all the way real with our whole chest. I'm your host, Caitlin Gil-Soto, Dominicana from Bani y El Cibao, raised in Lawrence, Massachusetts, where I learned real quick that staying quiet doesn't make you pretty. It makes you invisible. I look better loud, rooted, and fully myself. My voice ain't too much. It's just right for the work I came here to do. This space, it's not about fitting in. It's about breaking molds, healing out loud, laughing without holding back, crying without shame, and resting without guilt. So if you've ever been told that you're too much, welcome home. Here, you're exactly enough. This is your permission slip to let go of the pressure, reconnect with yourself, and remember, you deserve softness, you deserve rest, you deserve your own rhythm. This podcast is a love letter to my people, to all of us learning to live gently in a world that asks us to be hard. Today's episode is called Lante pero Suave, the Dominican art of living soft. This episode is for every hardworking Dominicano, every child of immigrants, every person who's ever felt like softness was a luxury they couldn't afford. I'm here to say, na mi amor. Softness is your birthright. Rest is resistance. And joy is a revolution. So grab your little cafecito or a little té de menta, get cozy, and let's get into it. What even is softness, you may ask? When we say softness, we're not talking about being passive or weak. Softness is not fragility. It's freedom. It's choosing presence over productivity. It's choosing your peace over performing for someone else's expectations. It's choosing to slow down on purpose. It's giving yourself full permission to breathe without having to earn it. Softness isn't laziness. It's spiritual richness. It's knowing your peace is sacred, even if the whole world is on fire. It's when you choose rest, when you choose kindness in your routines, in your relationships, and especially in how you talk to you. I like to think of my abuela rocking that floral bata, chancletas on, cafecito in hand, watching the street like it's a novela. No rush, no alarms, but don't question her power. That's softness and strength. That's divine feminine energy. And flip-flops. um, wow, I'm so funny. But anyways, softness is emotional literacy, spiritual intelligence. It's knowing when to pause, no explanation needed. It's treating yourself like your own child, your own best friend, your future wise little vieja or viejo. Softness isn't just a vibe, it's a strategy. It's a way to stay tender in a world that wants to harden you. But remind yourself this: I can be strong without being hard. For many of us in the diaspora, especially Dominicans, softness didn't feel like an option. Our families taught us to be tough, to survive, to hustle and never stop. And honestly, they had to. Colonization, dictatorship, poverty, they shaped the way our abuelas and our abuelos moved through the world. But what happens when survival is no longer the only goal? What happens when we want more? When we want to thrive? Softness becomes sacred. And let's be real. Dominicans are already soft in so many ways. We love hard, we cry at the drop of a song, we cook with our whole soul, we dance even when we're sad, and that is softness. That is our culture whispering, you deserve to feel. Let's be real though. In immigrant families, the grind is a gospel. We grew up on, you gotta work twice as hard to get half as far. Hustle culture is loud in immigrant households. Our parents worked multiple jobs, barely rested, barely breathed because they wanted more for us. And we honor that. We carry it with pride. As Dominicans, as the kids of sacrifice, we carry this invisible weight. If it doesn't hurt, it doesn't count. That message, it raised us. It pushed us, but it also drained the hell out of us. And for what? Chronic stress, burnout, your body giving out. Pero también we carry the burnout, the anxiety, the exhaustion. We inherited hustle like it was holy. But nobody taught us how to release it without guilt. Nobody told us rest is revolutionary too. So I'm asking you, what are you losing trying to be strong all the time? Your mental health? Your connection to yourself? The joy of life right now? Because strength with no rest turns into resentment. And nonstop hustle, that's just a cage with Wi-Fi. We're not machines, we're humans. We grind, yes, but we also dance. We cook with love. We laugh mid chaos. And that's culture too. Softness says you don't have to be in pain to be worthy. It also says you can rest now, not later. And you don't have to prove anything to be loved. Let me tell you something about Dominicans though. We got rhythm. And not just to dance dembo or bachata, though, yes, that too. We got rhythm to cook with no recipe, rhythm to gossip in the colmado with a Mazda or Presidente in hand, rhythm to laugh in the middle of a mess. You can't rush when you dance bachata. You can't fast cook a sancocho and expect it to be fire. You can't live with soul if you never slow down. Even in the chaos, we find music. Even in the struggle, we find flavor. That's Dominican softness. That's our inheritance. It's in every mi amor, every loud laugh, every moment you sit outside just to be. Joy is our resistance. Presence is our protest. Rest is part of our power. Even if we left the island never left us. All right, let's talk about softness versus productivity. Softness says, I'm enough, even if my to do list is half done. It says, I'm not a checklist. I'm a human with a soul that needs rest. This system wants us burnt out because tired people don't dream or fight. But your rest, that's your rebellion. You don't need to earn your break by falling apart. You don't need to be on the edge to say, I need space. Your worth isn't what you produce, it's in how gently you move, how fiercely you protect your peace, and how real you are with yourself. If today you didn't finish everything, but you breathed, showed up with love, and didn't abandon yourself, that's more than enough. There's strength in saying, I don't want to grind myself into the ground to feel valuable. Let softness be your revolution. Because here's the thing, when you choose softness, you make space for creativity, for pleasure, and for connection. All right, let's talk journal prompts. So let's take a moment to reflect. If you can, pause and write. Grab a journal or your notes app. Or if you're driving, cooking, or multitasking, just let the question sit with you. Speak from your most tired, but also most truthful self. All right, number one. Where am I rushing just out of habit, not out of need? Okay, so before, I used to jump out of bed like if I was late for work or school, even with nothing urgent waiting for me, like no plans, nothing. I just used to get up. I ran just to feel useful. And then I asked, who's chasing me? And what was the answer? It was me. My anxiety, my fear of falling behind. Now, though, I pause. I breathe 6 deep breaths. I say thank you to God every day, every night and day. And I hug myself before the world asks me anything. And you, why are you running away from you? All right, and the second one, what does softness look like in my day? If I were kinder to myself, how would I speak? For me, softness is waking up early and meditating, praying, and journaling before I get ready for my day. It's drinking tea and reading a book like it's a sacred ritual. It's eating something nourishing for breakfast to have energy for the entire morning. It's saying, you're doing the best you can, baby girl. No, I'm just kidding. I'm mad funny. But softness is cooking a bomb meal just for me, not to impress, just to enjoy. It's letting guilt go and turning up the volume on intuition. Sometimes softness is a 15-minute nap. Sometimes it's saying no to a hangout. Sometimes it's crying with and not explaining why. It's letting myself feel without apologizing for it. All right, and the third one, what did I learn about rest growing up? Were you taught to earn it, to fear it, to avoid it? Write about how these beliefs still live in your body and how you might release them. So, when I was little in my grandma's house, and I used to stay in my grandma's house a lot when my mom would go to work and stuff, rest came after everything was done. And everything is never done. So rest always stayed like as a promise, not a practice. My mom didn't stop. My abuela didn't stop. Sleeping in, that was lazy. Stillness, suspicious. I believed it until my body said enough. I had anxiety, burnout, insomnia, depression, and I had to learn rest isn't weakness, it's medicine. Now, though, I rest before I collapse. I pause as a part of the process. I believe the world won't fall apart if I go to bed early or if I meditate for 20 minutes. Because the to do list, it can wait. My peace, though, that's sacred. All right, that last one, number 4. If I spoke to myself with tenderness, how would my self talk shift? Okay, so back then, maybe in high school or something like that, middle school, I used to be so harsh to myself, like internally, like talking to myself. I thought criticism would motivate me, but the truth is, you cannot bloom in hostile soil, even if the soil is you. Now I say, it's okay if you didn't do it all. You have more than enough time to get things done. You are not the failure, you're the effort. You're doing better than you think. And every kind word makes me stronger. Not like a hard strong, but like a soft strong. The kind that bends but doesn't break. All right, so I need to give you some Dominican softness practical tips. How's my storage full? Sorry, guys. My storage is full right now, so I couldn't keep recording my face, but whatever. All right. Let's bring this home because softness should not be a luxury. It can be your lifestyle, your rhythm, your ritual. Here's some softness, Dominican style. All right, number one, sit outside on a nice day, just like your uncle used to. Take out a plastic chair, a hot sidewalk, no phone, no schedule, just breeze. The neighbors, or if you're at a park, whoever's walking around, and staring into space. That's meditation with sabor. Try it. No phone, just trees, sky, brisa. And if someone asks what you're doing, say, I'm charging my soul, mi amor. All right, the second one, dance slow. Not for cardio, for joy. So, Dominicans dance at funerals. We sway when we clean. There's rhythm in our blood. Even if you're sad, the right bachata can make you close your eyes and smile. That's softness, letting your body move the way it wants. Softness lives in the body too. Move your soul, not for results, just for release. All right, the third one. Say no kindly but assertively. Saying no is self care. You don't need a TED Talk explanation. A simple thanks, but not today is enough. Every no to the outside is a yes to yourself internally. Number four, make yourself a plate of food with intention. From sancocho to arroz con leche, our food isn't just a nourishment, it's a ritual. It's love on a plate. When you cook without a recipe, when you throw un chin de esto y un chin de lo otro, you're not just feeding your body, you're feeding your soul. And the last part, spirituality. Pray to a higher power. I personally believe in God, so that is who I pray to. As you know, the Dominican flag is also the only flag with the Bible on it. Our spirituality holds us. We believe in things we can't see. We honor those who came before us as well. That softness that transcends time. Don't get it twisted though. Dominican softness is resistance. Living soft doesn't mean you're soft in the head. It means you're strong enough to stay soft in a world that wants to harden you. It's making room for creativity and a peace of mind. And that, my loves, is sacred. Softness is not a trend. It's a return, a remembering, a reclaiming. As a Dominican woman, I'm learning to be tender with myself. Even when the world says, be tough. I'm learning that my softness is my strength. My rest is sacred. And my joy, baby, my joy is ancestral. So as you move through your week, I want you to ask yourself, where can I choose softness? Where can I say no without guilt? Where can I rest? Not because I've earned it, but because I exist. All right, mi gente. So that's the end of our first episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to Unfiltered and Unapologetic. If today's episode spoke to your heart, share it with someone who needs permission to soften. And if you want to leave a review, give me 5 stars so more people could find out all about this, all about my mission to soften everybody up. Follow us at Unfil and Unapologetic Pod for journal prompts, behind the scenes content, and more soul nourishment. Oh, and before you go, if you're really ready to slow down, feel more, and heal without asking for permission, The Palante Pero Suave journal is now available. It's a guided space for softness, rest, emotional release, and joy, made for us by someone who gets it. You'll find journal prompts, affirmations, and space to breathe there. Grab your copy in the show notes or find the link on our Instagram at Unfiltered Unapologetic Pod, as I mentioned, or my personal Instagram at Caitlin La Jefa with two A's at the end. Because healing deserves rhythm and softness is strength too. Palante pero suave.